This is the story of how I bought my airplane and the journey that ensued, part 1. Now, I was lucky enough to grow up around aviation. A family member of mine had this vintage aircraft that I got a lot of rides in growing up, and when I became an adult, I achieved my private pilot's license in a modern Cessna. When it came time to build hours and experience, it was cost prohibitive to continue doing this in a Cessna. So I started looking at vintage aircraft. But everyone that I found was either way too expensive, completely wore out, or both. But after looking and looking, I finally found this blue and white one on Facebook Marketplace, of all places. Now, it definitely wasn't the newest or prettiest, but an independent investigation showed that the bones were good and the price was right. Yes, it was in Georgia, over 600 miles away, but we were going to make it work. While the aircraft was undergoing a fresh annual, I fixed up all my little toys that I had and put them up for sale, scrounging together every penny I could get. My trucks, my beloved motorcycle, and bought a plane ticket that was headed for Georgia. Upon my arrival, I was greeted by the so hospitable owner, who even let me stay at his house for the night. In the morning, he went to show me the plane, which was one of the many that he had. Apparently, he had bought a much nicer one that he enjoyed more. A tour, a quick inspection, a field repair, and a flight lesson had me sold. I had just bought myself a brand new to me 1946 airplane. After a handshake and a cash exchange, I started my way home over 500 miles. I'll be honest, I had never flown through the mountains before. And this first jaunt through North Georgia and South Tennessee was a little intimidating. But patience, caution, and thank God's grace brought me through that without any problems. The skies did clear up, and the mountains gave way to the beautiful hills of northern Tennessee and South Kentucky. And you can see in this video, I'm going over I-65 in Bowling Green. Later in the evening, a fuel stop in Effingham, Illinois gave way to some really high winds that there was no way I could fly through, especially as a low-time pilot. However, I was close enough to home, so had my brother drive down and pick me up so I could go to work the next day. Stay tuned for the next part.